Israel's parliament just passed a law that allows it to sentence Palestinians to death by hanging. The same law does not apply to Israelis. Here's how it works. The law says Palestinians convicted of killing Israelis, quote, as an act of terror, will be sentenced to death by hanging, execution within 90 days, and no right to appeal. And it only applies to military courts, which only try West Bank Palestinians. Israelis are tried in civilian courts where judges can choose between the death penalty and life imprisonment. But the way the law is worded, a senior fellow at the Israel Democracy Institute said, the ideological burden of proof makes it nearly impossible to apply to Jewish Israelis. His words, that means Jews will not be indicted under this law. And these military courts, well, they have a 96% conviction rate. The Israeli human rights group B'Tselem says many of those convictions are based on confessions obtained through pressure and torture during interrogations. So the law creates a system where Palestinians are tried in courts that almost never acquit, based on confessions that may have been forced, with no right to appeal, and with a sentence of death that doesn't apply to Israelis. The law was championed by Israel's National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir. He wore a small metal noose on his lapel during the vote, and when it passed, he celebrated with champagne in the chamber. Ben-Gvir has previously been convicted of supporting terrorist organizations. Israel's finance minister, Minister Smotrich, was previously arrested on suspicion of attempting to blow up a highway. Neither of them will ever face this law. And this passed in the same month that Israel dropped all charges against soldiers accused of sexually assaulting a Palestinian detainee. France, Germany, Italy, and the UK condemned the new law. The UN called for immediate repeal, and Amnesty International called it another discriminatory tool in Israel's system of apartheid. Israel's own Association of Civil Rights filed a Supreme Court petition within minutes, calling it discriminatory by design. One legal system for Palestinians, another for Israelis. One carries death, the other doesn't.